Hello friends, welcome back to my technical cloud channel, and today I'm going to give you a brief introduction about how you can create an ECS instance and you can integrate with your NAT gateway. And in previous session we have already learned, so I will not give you the in-depth learning about the the information about the ECS creation, but we will try to cover more focus on the NAT gateway. So what we have to do now, we have to create a new ECS instance here. And as we have done this the procedure, I'm going to follow the complete the same instruction what we have followed in in our last session. So I'm going to create a very as quick as I can create a ECS instance. Okay, and let me click on next, and here is our VPC and vSwitch which we already assigned. What we have to do here, in previous session we have assigned the public IP address to our ECS instance, but I'm not going to assign any public IP address in this case, and we have to I'm using the default security group, whatever it's there. I will cover the more detailed information about the security group in my upcoming session. So I'm going to click on the next on system configuration, and we have to assign the password here for the ECS instance. Sorry. So I will give a instance name here, for example ECS01, and this is a demo for NAT gateway. Okay, and I'm going to give you a very logical name of my host name. So ECS01, and this is in India region and in zone A. And next, click on grouping, next preview. I will accept the term of services here and click on the ECS creation now. So once we click back on the console, you will see that the ECS is going to be creating now. It is in starting position, and we have got only one IP address, which is from our the IP range, CIDR range which we have already assigned to our the vSwitch when we have created the VPC in India region. So this is in the meantime is going to be starting over machine. What we have to do here, okay, let it be first, machine has been created, and okay, this is, let me connect to the VPC to ECS instance now, and this is the VNC password. You can change this VNC password for any time in future when you need it. So I'm using this VNC password for demo, and once we have performed and complete the activity, I'm going to delete this ECS instance immediately. So let it be connect, and let me note it down the VNC password, and I need to enter the login ID and password. So you can see that we have already logged on the on the server which we have recently created. So let me show you the host name we have given here. So you can see that and relate the same thing. We have given the host name while creating the ECS instance, ECS01 India ZA. So let me show you here. If I try to ping here google.com, I cannot make any ping as of now. let me go back to the console, because you can see that at the moment when we have created a ECS instance, we have not assigned any public IP, and due to security reasons, many organizations are following the the security standards, and they don't allow to assign the public IP address because of security concerns and any kind of hacking. So this won't recommended to assign a public IP address all the time. So what we have to do now here, I have to create a NAT gateway. You can see that here we are we have created our ECS instance in Mumbai. So I need to go back and change the region first before I'm going to create a NAT gateway here. And what we have to do here, I need to click on create NAT gateway. And at the moment we are going to heading on the Alibaba cloud platform. You can see that it is the NAT gateway is as a service you can use as a pay as a go, and the region which we have selected here, it's India region, and the VPC ID. Okay, so what we have to do, you have to select the region, you have to select the VPC. If you for my case, we have already one VPC, create a NAT gateway. You need to make sure you select the right VPC ID, and you can select the small, medium, large and super large. So this is the specification. You can refer to the NAT gateway specification. If you click on this, you will get all the the specification of the NAT gateway you needed. So you can see that here it mentions SNAT. So it is basically giving you information from where you want a source netting basically. So the source is basically we have already created a ECS instance, that is our source. So what we have to do now, we have to click we have to choose the specification as we needed. So for this demonstration I have selected a small specification. You can refer you can stop this screen and you can refer all this information as you needed, and you want to learn more information about the NAT gateway. And I'm going to click on buy now, and if I click here and I have to activate the service, you can see that my order is already completed. Now we can go back to the console. So guys, let me click on the console and it will redirect back to the the global portal. I would say that in the international portal on the global side. Friends, let me click on this blade, and you can select the networking services here, and you can go for search for gateway, and you can see that you got the NAT gateway option here under networking tag. And once you click on the NAT gateway, you can see that if you heading to the different region, first you need to be redirect back yourself. Friends, you can see that you can see that you can give the logical name of your NAT gateway we have just created here. So it is we have to click now, and the monitoring we have not enabled as such monitoring here, but there are certain thresholds, default thresholds are there which are going to monitor the things. I will give you the more details about what things you can monitor. And the VPC ID we have created earlier, it is showing here the VPC ID which we have tagged over and created a NAT gateway under this VPC. And the status of this NAT gateway is showing is available, and the service charge is based on pay as a go we have chosen. And what we have to do now, we have to configure there are two things. The one is DNAT and the other is SNAT. So let it be what we have to do now, we have to configure the SNAT here, because we need to configure the source from where we need to enable the communication and to our destination. So once we have configured the SNAT here, so we have to create a SNAT entry here. So what we need here, so guys, you can see that at the moment we have clicked on the SNAT entry, this gives us option here. let me show you again. You need to be create on SNAT entry and you will get this option. So what you have to do, you can give information or the required information based on vSwitch granularity or the ECS granularity. So whatever you needed, you can set it as per requirement. So only we have one ECS as of now. So if you're going to select, there is a main difference. If you're going to select a ECS granularity, that will allow you to only communication from the specific ECS instance. However, if you're going to select a vSwitch, that will allow, if you need any further you want to allow any egress or outgoing traffic packets to the outside world, so you can select this entire vSwitch. So that's again how you need and what packet you need to be transferred from which source. So you need to be select that particular thing. For now, what we have to do, I'm going to select the ECS instance because we have to perform the specific testing or demo from the ECS purpose. And guys, you can see that the next you can whatever the ECS you assigned, it's showing ECS CID a block here. This is the IP address and this is the subnet range, and you can see that here it's asking for the elastic IP. So the last you can see the create EIP. That is what, friends, what you have to do now. You have to create a EIP, and EIP is it's an alternative term, you can say that, for the static public IP address. So what we have to do now, we have to click on the EIP, and this will redirect us back on the Alibaba Cloud Console, where you can buy a elastic IP address. And now what you have to do, you have to select the region of where you need elastic IP address. So we are creating a resource on the Mumbai, so we have to select a Asia Pacific Mumbai region, and the the ISP is BGP time, and network mode is public, and the network traffic is byte traffic, and the minimum bandwidth we have available is 1 Mbps. So what we have to do now, we have to select the minimum bandwidth for this demo purpose, and then we have to give the elastic IP a logical name here. So we can say that EIP1 demo, and this is in Mumbai region. So we can say that it is, so guys, we have to give the EIP1 demo, and this is Mumbai zone A. So that's what I mentioned, the naming convention here, and you can see that it's the EIP is pay as a go service, and it is based on public traffic fee. I mean, you have to pay 6 cents, 0.006 cents per hour, and again on the what traffic is coming in, coming in, coming out, as we discussed already about the traffic egress and ingress, that is talking about here. So we have to pay a different kind of payment to the cloud provider. One is based on the elastic IP per hour, and the other is the payment we have to make to Alibaba cloud service provider based on the traffic fee. So what and it again, you need to be define the how number of number of quantity you need elastic IP, so you can increase and decrease as your requirement. So we are going to choose a 1 EIP as of now, and then we have to click on buy now option, and so the moment you redirect to the confirm your order, we have to select the elastic IP agreement of service and click on activate. So moment you activate, it's going to be create a EIP for you. And what we have to do now, we have to go back to the console, and so once we come back on over the Alibaba the console, where we have creating a source SNAT table, so we have to drop down and see do we have a public IP available here. So it is not showing anything as of now. What we have to do now, we have to click cancel it, create again, select the ECS granularity, select the ECS granularity and select the available ECS instance, and then you have to click again. Okay, so it is not showing any public IP here. Let it be see, I mean, whether it's created and available for us. So what we have to do now, to check things, we have to click on ECS. We have to go into the virtual private cloud, and you can see that the NAT gateway is there, and we have to refresh here. So guys, I mean, once you click on the elastic IP address, you can see that we have recently created a EIP, for our requirement, because we need to be bind a NAT gateway, and that NAT gateway would needed elastic IP, and this is the public IP we have received, and the bandwidth which we have selected, it's 1 Mbps pay by traffic, and the charge type is pay as a go, and we have created on on 27th of January, and it is the status is showing available. So what we need to do now, we have to go and click on bind here, and we have this IP address, and we need to be choose either we need to be bind this public IP address with NAT gateway instance or ECS instance, SLB or secondary NI. So what we are going to do, we are going to bind over this public IP address with the NAT gateway instance, and we have the NAT gateway instance created already. So we have to select this one and click on OK here. So guys, you can see that the private public IP which we have created just now, it is binding, and its status is showing now allocated. So what it means, the public IP we have received through EIP, the process, this EIP is binded with the NAT gateway which we have just showing here. Let it be refresh here. So you can see that this is the the elastic IP was we have got it. Now we have to click and configure on SNAT. So the moment you create on SNAT and go into the ECS granularity, you can once you select the ECS instance, and now you will get the public IP address here, because we have binded our EIP address with the NAT gateway instance. So now you can see we have the public IP available. Now we have to click on OK. So you can see that it is configuring now, and it is showing right now, but you can see after some time. Okay, so you can see that it is available now, and the status is green. So what we have to do now, we have to go back to the ECS instance. Okay guys, so we are back on ECS instance, and we can see that here still our ECS is having only the private IP address. It is not having any private IP. So let me connect to this ECS instance again. And it is asking me the VNC password, and click on OK. Now you can see that because this was running a previous instance, let me kill this process altogether. Okay, so I connect to the ECS instance. So friends, you can I can show you here. We have to now check whether we can reach to the So friends, let me show you the IP config, what all IP config we have the IP addresses we have here in this ECS instance. If I do if config here, so this is we have only the private IP address, which is 192.168.0.204, and let me ping here google.com. And guys, you can see that now we are able to ping from our this machine to the internet world. We have not assigned any public IP address directly to this EAS instance. However, we have performed the NATing, which is network address translation. We have done it, and that address translation is going through happened from the gateway and the elastic IP which we have assigned. So thank you guys for watching this session. I will come up with and bring you a new technical skills in my next session. So for now, bye.